So once all your blocks have been made, then we're going to trim them up to make them squares. And that's what I'm talking about in today's video. Welcome to Epida Studio. My name is Elizabeth and I help you make beautiful things with quilting, bojagi, and embroidery. So when you've finished all your blocks for your summer 2025 quilt-along project, then we're going to trim them down. And the size that you trim them will be a little bit personal. And I'm going to show you today how you decide what size to make and how you would go about trimming it. Now, if you're making a project with only one block, then that's going to be super easy because you just look at your block and then trim it to that size. If you're making a project with multiple blocks, then you might need to look at your blocks and you can kind of eyeball them, pile them together, and find which one is the smallest. They will probably be pretty close to size, but you just take a look and make sure that there's not an outlier. And if you find one that's significantly smaller than the rest, then you might decide to remake that one, or you can just adjust everything to that one. But once you've found it, then you're going to want to measure your block. So you're going to take your block and put it on your cutting mat. So on your cutting mat, you can line it up and just measure and see how big it is. And this block, it looks like it's more than 11.5 wide and more than 11.5 tall. And all the way, it's just barely 11.5 up there, but be sure to check all along the sides to make sure. So this one, I'm going to trim to 11.5 inches. And so I can do this a couple of different ways. If you have a big square ruler, then this is the perfect time to use that. And so I would put that on. And I'll put it this way because this dotted line is the 11.5 inch line. And I know that on this side, it's just barely 11.5 inches. So I have to pay close attention to this length. And you want to line up, kind of have it centered. So you're cutting off of each side. You don't want to cut it everything off of one side so that these pieces will look narrower than these pieces. You want to trim off as close to equal as you can off of both sides of the block. And I like to orientate it this way so that the strips in the middle are going vertically and not horizontally, just because that is easier for me to line up. And so if I look at it this way, I can see there's my 11.5 inch line. I'll be trimming off about 1/4 of an inch here and about 1/4 of an inch here, and not very much on the top and bottom. So I could then just trim, and then rotate the whole piece and then trim the other two sides. But if you don't have a big square ruler like that, that's not a problem. You can still trim your block. You're just going to want to use the lines on the mat. So now in this case, I know I want it to trim to 11.5, but I don't want to just line up my ruler with 11.5 and trim this, because that's the same thing I talked about before. You're trimming a lot off one side, not much off this other side. So what I'll do is I'm just going to slide the block over a little bit. So now I can see that it's vaguely centered. So here's my 11.5 inches. And so there's a bit to trim off this side and a bit to trim off this side. And there's hardly anything to trim off on the top and bottom. So then I could just line up my ruler with the lines on the mat and trim that way. If I wanted to trim it to 11 inches, then I would just, here's my 11-inch line, so I would move it a little bit more. So I'm trimming off almost 1/2 inch, and I would also move it down because we can see here's my 11 inches. I want it down a little bit because, again, I don't want to trim a whole bunch off of one side and nothing off of the other side. And just ignore this part, that doesn't really matter. But you want to have these two pieces be kind of the same size. So as long as this is a square and they're all the same size, it's going to be fine. Don't overthink it. You don't need to go and be measuring out from the center to get exactly to 1/8 of an inch. Because remember, if you're trying to line up the center, that the center is the middle of that seam. It's not where the two fabrics touch together, because on this side, the center is orange. On the other side, the center is blue. So if you're somebody who's used to lining up from the center and measuring out, keep in mind that the center is the middle of that seam. It's not where the two fabrics touch each other. So I just eyeball it, and I know that eyeballing will be good enough. So I will trim this one down to be 11.5 inches. And if you have a sharp blade on your rotary cutter, that will make a big difference. And just measure twice, cut once, all the things that we think about. And if you have a mat like this, the whole mat rotates, that will make it even easier. But if your mat's too big to rotate, then you can just rotate the block on the mat. And this line is already lined up. So here is my trimmed block. So once all your blocks have been trimmed and they're all the same size and they're all nice and square, then we're ready to begin assembling them. So what size did your blocks turn out to be? Drop a comment and let me know, because I'm curious to see the different sizes. I'm guessing the ballpark is going to be around 11 inches, but as you can see, this one's 11.5 and it might be a bit smaller than 11. So I'm curious to see what different sizes people have, so let me know. And in the next video, we're going to be starting to talk about sashing.